Okay, next we have digital signatures, and this is an asymmetric encryption methodology using public key, private key. Okay, so there's going to be two keys here. We talked previously about block ciphers and stream ciphers. That was a symmetric algorithm. Basically, we use the same key for encrypting and decrypting. In this scenario, we're going to use asymmetric encryption, which uses two linked key pairs, public and private, collectively known as PKI, or public key infrastructure. So in this example, we want to digitally sign an email. So what's going to happen is the sender will use some type of hashing algorithm, whether it be MD5, SHA-1, SHA-2. In the previous example, we used SHA-1 or SHA-1. So that hashing algorithm would be hashed against the email that she wants to send. And most modern email programs can do this automatically. Okay, so what happens is that hash value is then encrypted with the sender's private key. That hashing of the value and the encrypting of the hashed value, rather, I should say, equals a signed document. Okay, so the sender can then send that message. Now, the recipient needs to have the sender's public key. Okay, so that has to happen beforehand typically, right? So Bob and Alice, as I said, they're old friends. They go back a long, long time. Bob already has Alice's public key. It's saved in his key store or his key ring on his computer. So he doesn't have to do anything special. It's already there. So when she sends an email that's digitally signed, okay, he is going to use her public key that he already has on his system. He will then be able to verify that that is in fact Alice. Okay, if somebody else created a digitally signed message and it went to Bob, that key wouldn't match because, again, they're mathematically linked key pairs, the public key, private key. So he would not be able to unencrypt. So it basically it authenticates that Alice is who she says she is. It's also non-repudiation, because Bob can say, well, wait a minute, only one person could in fact have created that message because I could decrypt it using Alice's public key. Now, the off chance that someone actually compromised Alice's private key, well, then that's maybe a side issue for non-repudiation. But for the most part, if it's able to be decrypted using that sender's public key, then we know that in fact Alice is who she says she is, and then also Bob knows that since the hash values match, that the message itself was not tampered with while it was in transit.